Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is July 17th, and it is time for the weekend market overview. We'll be looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, XOI, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, and SLV. And starting off with the Dow, we said that it needed a breather and a jump. We did get the breather. We have yet to see the jump. We do have a spinning top for Friday, which we don't like spinning tops, but that's what it is. Beyond that, stochastic clicking up, RSI getting above the 70, and the MACD losing steam as the histogram sort of levels out, and we're waiting to see if it bounces before the trigger line. Now, why do we think that it needs a bounce of some fashion? Well, if we go to the 60-minute, we have divergence. We have lower peak, higher low, sliding up, price going down. RSI, lower peak, higher low, sliding up, price going down. MACD histogram, lower peak, higher low, sliding up, going down. So there's our thesis for the need for a bounce. SPX, very similar to the Dow, but it got hit harder. It actually came down and hit and penetrated the flatline bar and immediately popped back up through it. Notice that the stochastic is clicking up, the RSI is clicking up, and the MACD is trying to figure out if it's going to have a bearish cross or not. Going to the 60-minute, stochastic, lower peak, higher low, sliding up, RSI, lower peak, higher low, sliding up, MACD histogram, lower peak, higher low, sliding up. So I would think that SPX will have a bounce of some fashion very soon. On the VIX, this is interesting. It came up, we had on Thursday we had a spinning top. Friday we have an inverse candle, inverse hammer, I'm sorry. Notice that we have a downtick giving us a target in the mid-18s. Stochastic clicking down, about to cross the 80 to the downside. RSI getting below the halfway mark and clicking down, and the MACD histogram totally leveling out. It'd be interesting to see if this one does turn around and give us a new bearish cross. You know, it is near the zero line, so if it does cross here, I mean, I'm not expecting a gigantic move or something. I'm looking for a decent move. So, but if this one is going to have a negative move, that will be positive for the market. If we go to the 60-minute of the VIX, we can see on the stochastic, higher high, lower high, slanting down. This is very small, so the price going up. And a better example, RSI, higher peak, lower peak, sliding down. MACD histogram, higher peak, lower peak, sliding down. And so there we are, looking for a move down on the VIX. On to XOI. For the longest time we've been saying that higher oil is bullish. You can see how the chart mirrors the overall market. And this one is pretty exciting to me. You have the MACD histogram, we have a tick up. You see that the MACD itself tick up, RSI up, stochastic up. Have a nice big green bar. And now from the guppy perspective, you know, it was going down, it was below bullish bar, came up, broke through it, turned around for a test, and is now headed up again. So this looks fantastic. This in another day or two, maybe a textbook guppy entry. You'll notice we are getting separation of the short-term moving averages. Once those are fully separated, we'll have a guppy entry. So this is very nice. You'll also notice that this bounce happened at the top price consensus zone. So that also lends credibility to the up move. So if we're able to get a crossover on the long-term moving averages, that will be fantastic. And going on to TNA. Now, TNA has gotten beat up quite a bit more than the other indexes. You'll notice that on Friday we ended with a hammer. Fantastic. Stochastic clicking up, about to cross the 20. RSI hooking up. MACD stalling out possibly before getting a bearish cross, but we don't have enough data on that. Going to the 60-minute time frame, you'll notice on the stochastic, lower peak, higher low, sliding up. RSI, there's your low, higher low, sliding up. MACD histogram, low, higher low, sliding up. So I would expect a bounce on TNA as well. UUP, the dollar. Now this one is less technically driven, as the NDEs are ruling the roost. On Friday we ended with a spinning top, and you'll notice stochastic clicking down, RSI clicking down. MACD maybe about to get a bearish cross. You'll notice that the histogram is ticking down. So this one is going to be totally news driven, spinning top, indecision. So if we look at FXE, maybe we'll get a better read of the situation. You'll notice we also have spinning top on Friday for FXE, stochastic clicking up, RSI about to get over the 50, MACD histogram ticking up, MACD not close to the bullish crossover, and the long-term moving average bar is a flat line. So overall this looks like it could be bullish. We have had that uptick. The uptick was resolved. This bubble is fixed, and we are waiting more news for more movement. However, it could be said that the bank stress test has been released. At first glance, it does look positive. Not very many banks failing, and the ones that did fail evidently needing very little money essentially to fix them. So that's bullish. Should lend strength to the euro in theory. So it comes down to, do you believe in the stress test that Europe put its banks through? My answer is no, I don't. But the near term and the long term are two very different things. And as they're getting their ducks in order, and the United States seems to be unable to do the same, we would think that the euro would get stronger, but we shall have to see. Gold, another nice move up. It is bullish engulfing. Now you can really see the excessive expansion in the short-term moving averages. We do not have wobble yet. Stochastic high, RSI high, MACD histogram high. I do think that this is high. Certainly it can become more so, but at some point it will need to come back and test the bar. Who knows when that'll be? I certainly don't know. I don't have indication yet that that's going to happen anytime soon. Maybe it'll continue on its way as everyone buys the new high. And going on to our last one, SLV. Also had a good day. You'll notice we do have some wobble on the short-term moving averages. We don't really have very noticeable excessive expansion at this point. Stochastic high, RSI above the 70. MACD and MACD histogram still ticking up. So I, I would like to see more before I got into silver. But hey, if we're able to get a crossover on the long-term moving averages and it starts to expand, and this is able to fix its ugliness, which I assume will become more ugly, and it bounces off, then could be a nice entry to silver. But it is way too early. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.